If we also attend, we can see, for example, something important, which is that when you make a presentation, specifically a PowerPoint presentation, you definitely use fonts, okay? Sure, here there are lines, meaning that when you come here, when you come to any line here, there are specific fonts here, okay? Any lines, deal with it. For example, you may have downloaded 5 or 6 specific fonts onto the device that you would like to work with, whether in Arabic or English, and they are now present here, and you are using them. One of the times you might face issues is when you have created a presentation on your laptop, and then you take that file and try to present it on another laptop or a different device. The other device must also support or have the same fonts that you were using, because if the same fonts are not available, it will automatically convert them to a default font, like Arial or some standard fonts. This other device must also support or have the same fonts that I was using, because if the same fonts are not present, the fonts will not appear. It automatically converts them to Arials, for example, or to traditional fonts. To analyze, you can solve this doing something called font embedding. How do you do that? You need to open the file we are working on, which contains all the slides, and check what fonts are available and that everything is fine. Then you go to the file menu. From the file menu, you go to options, then save. Next, go to embed fonts. So from file, you go to options, and then you go to save. If you scroll down, you'll find an option called embed fonts in the file. Ensure it is checked and click OK. This way, it ensures that those fonts are embedded or included with this file. All right. From which menu? From the file menu, you go to options. Let me write that down for you in a moment, and then save. After that, you go to embed fonts. So from file, you go to options, and then you go to save. If you scroll down, you'll find an option called embed fonts in the file. It might not be checked, so you need to check it and then click OK. So this way, it ensures that those fonts are embedded or included with this file. For example, I use this file on multiple devices. This is one of the important parts in the fonts file. Also, one of the important things is that you have a PowerPoint file. And then I would like you to explain it to the students. And you explain it to the students, and then you convert it into a video. You don't have to stick to PowerPoint. You also need to explain and convert it into a video. How do you convert it into a video? You go to the File menu, then go to Export, and select Create Video. So when you get to create a video, you create a video. It's not just that I created a video. No, I want more. Look at what you have here. When I create a video, there's something called, so I need to click on, and then come to something called here. When I get here and choose, it will take you from the first slide. What does that mean? This is my first slide. You'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, that on the right, I can click to move to the next slide, and on the left, it takes me to the previous slide. And down here, it says you have slide 1 of 35. All you need to do is click on the word record here, which I'm highlighting in blue. As soon as you click on record, and it explains and clarifies, and then you move from this slide to that slide to the last one. Finally, you click on the word create video. After you click on create video and finish, you start the process of turning all this into a video. You just need to wait until the video appears, as it takes a little time. And its size is large. And that's why you might see up there that it asks if you want to work with Full HD, Ultra, HD, or Standard. Of course, the higher the quality you choose, the larger the file size of the video will be. Okay? You can create something simple and set it to Standard to see the quality, then do something else and check it in HD, then Full HD, and finally Ultra. So you can notice the difference in quality and size as well. So you'll be able to tell the difference between them. This is regarding the part about easily producing a video from PowerPoint. Good among the things we can also benefit from are shapes. And I talked a lot about them at the beginning because they are really important. For example, I had a picture and I shaped this picture like this. I had a giraffe picture, cropped it, and shaped it into a heart. How? I have a picture like this and need to take the camel's head and place it in a specific shape. This heart is a shape. The picture is inside the heart shape. The camel is a picture I want in a shape. These shapes are important. I can choose any shape. I want this star or balloon shape. I can create and define a shape. I want the camel's head to appear like this, not the rest. Select both images, the camel, and hold Control to select the shape. So I'm selecting the picture and the shape. The picture is inside the heart. The camel here is a picture. I need to add a shape. These shapes are important. I want this shape. I want the head of the camel to appear like this. Select both images, the camel and the shape. Go to Shape Format. Merge Shapes is an important tool in PowerPoint. This shape, the stars and balloons, I can create a shape like this. And then I come here to make the shape and specify what I want to show. For example, the head of the camel in this way. As you can see, I don't want the rest of the picture. I don't want the rest of the picture. So you need to select both images, the camel, and hold down Control to select the shape. So I'm selecting the picture and the shape. And I go to Shape Format, the menu at the top. Here are some of the most important tools you'll use for important work in PowerPoint, which is called Merge Shapes. What does merge shapes mean? It means to merge the shapes together, whether you have union or intersect or whatever. We'll see that together. So when you come here and say, for example, I want to do the intersect here. What does intersect mean? It brought the shape here. This shape is the part that was intersected with the image. This part that was intersected, you see, is this shape here. This is the part that was cut out, and it brought the part underneath that is associated with the image. So when I did that, I encountered this part. So I don't want the whole picture. I just want this part. So what? The shapes here have another function that appears for the shapes, as you all saw. And this is part of its beautiful work. And it has a lot of other functions as well. But this is among the work that you all are seeing. And this is part of its beautiful work. And it has a lot of other work as well. But this is part of the work that you all are seeing. So it remains, you need to pay attention to how to work with shapes. For example, if I come now and say, okay, I'm going to create a rectangle. Here it is, right? And then I'm going to create a circle shape. And I'm working with both shapes together. Here's the rectangle, and here's the circle. When I come here to the shape, I can try to see what happens with the merge. When I do the union, it combines the two into one shape, as you can see. But if I do this, what happens? The compile is here. So if I do a fragment, what does that mean? You need to pay attention and make sure to try it out. So if I come and apply a fragment here, and you're at this part, and you want to delete it, this is the part that was what? It was the intersection between the two. So right now, what do I need? That's why you have to use these shapes. When you use shapes, you'll benefit from them a lot. When you use these shapes, you'll benefit from them a lot. But you need to make sure to select both shapes. You specify here and tell it to do something for me. For example, make me an example of Jabber, the part between the two. This is the intersected part between the two. So it means here that it takes the remaining part of the rectangle and only brings the intersected part. This was just the intersected part. The intersection is what it will bring. As for the part on the right, it will remove it. And the part on the left will also be removed. So this merge shapes function is very important in the work.